Well, yeah, I cut the hair, trimmed it
Yeah.
up, and go the whole 9 yards, completely the other side of the coin. Yeah.
Right. And I mean, and didn't you cut your facial hair too? I mean, you didn't have any.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so you were
Trimmed
completely
it all up.
different. Yeah. So
Yeah.
what ended
Well,
up?
hey,
Oh,
go
go
ahead.
ahead. No, no, no. You go ahead.
I was just going to say, well, Tommy Rich didn't recognize me when I walked into the dressing room one night either.
Really?
Because well, Tommy and I ran for years. When I first started, I went down into Georgia, and Tommy Rich, he was like 19 years old and just had that heavyweight championship, beat Harley Race and all that shit. And I came into Atlanta, and I'm a young buck underneath. He's on top, big baby face. But Tommy and I were great friends. Ran for years, traveled together. Well, do you remember when the Black Scorpion came along?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I was the Black Scorpion.
No.
Most of the shows out and around that territory, the Black Scorpion was me. There was a couple of times that there was somebody else in there, but that was because I had gone to Japan or did something and wasn't there, or they were running two shows. And so I was the Black Scorpion because Flair was off in Japan. And
wow.
so I was the Black Scorpion, and I had cut my hair real short. I came in and I walked right by Tommy, and he didn't even recognize me. You know. So
That's a good story. Wow. I did not know
yeah,
you were the Black Scorpion.
Yeah, the Black Scorpion. Most of the time it was me. There are some other guys that say, yeah, they did some of the shows too, and you know, I couldn't even say who they are, but I know that there was other ones. But I remember most of the time down there at that time, I did the Black Scorpions on the road because Flair was out of the country for a while, and I really don't. Quite frankly, they didn't know what the hell they were going to do with that deal. You know how it is. I don't. Maybe you don't know how it is, but I think they had themselves into an angle that they didn't know where it was headed.
Yeah.
And suddenly it headed that, okay, it's going to turn out to be Flair. Well, okay, fine, that kind of worked, but
yeah.
You know,
that's an interesting story.
Jody Hamilton. Jody Hamilton was the voice.
That's incredible.
Anyway,
I had no clue.
Yeah. Well, there you go. You learn something new every day.
That's good stuff. That's some good stuff, Bill. So when what ended up finally, I guess the Goon just ran its course in the WWF, and how long were you there?
Really, it only ran 8 months, somewhere about there. Quite frankly, they didn't know what to do with it, and Jim.
You talking about Jim Ross?
Jim Ross.
Oh.
Jim Ross was basically the booker at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And I don't think Jim Ross knew what to do with the Goon. And, you know, myself came in and Pug, you know.
Yep. I know you're talking about, what's his
name?
Too
many chair shots. I can't think of his name. He's in Florida.
I know exactly who you're talking about. Oh, what's his name?
Yeah.
Yeah, he came in with you too, right?
He came in. The plumber came in.
Yep.
God. Dirty white boy. What's his name?
Tony Anthony.
T.L.
Hopper. I've been actually talking a lot about him lately on our show because we do a Smoky Mountain show, which Tony Anthony had very good.
And then there was there's another guy that came in, very handsome, good-looking kid, and I can't think of what he went as.
You're right. I remember though that they brought a bunch of y'all in at one time though.
There was 4 of us that came in all at that one time, and you know, not one of them got over. Well, no, wait a minute. I would have to say, I really do think that I think the Goon people loved, but they didn't know what to do with them, and that's Jim didn't know what to do with them. And so he kind of died. And I think all four of those characters died because they didn't quite know what to do with them, right? Because I've never heard anybody say that the Goon sucked or that was a bad. What do you mean? Now, did it draw money? A bunch of money? No. Did it last a long time? No. But everybody always seemed to love the Goon. Oh God, that was cool. Okay. Did it draw a lot of money? No. But I think the people liked it, and they all remember it. And so,
yeah.
I think that with another person with maybe a little bit more input, and maybe, quite frankly, if I'd have tried to, sometimes you got to push your own wagon, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, and, I've heard that a million times.
Maybe I sat back a little too much, thinking, oh, this is a big organization, just let them go. Well, so, that's all water under the bridge, whatever.
Yeah.
But quite frankly, sometimes I think, probably should have stepped up and tried to